Hello, everybody. This is King Leno, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of this fire station that I created, and hopefully my video editing skills aren't too bad. Right now, they're still pretty much on the kindergarten level, but I'm pretty confident over time my video editing skills will improve. Um, and this is just kind of a walkthrough so you guys can see how the process I use of creating my assets. Obviously, you can see that I'm starting off in SketchUp, and I prefer to use SketchUp just because it's easier. It's easier to just kind of push and pull, uh, and I don't like to use exact measurements when I'm creating the asset. I just kind of like to uh, guesstimate and look and create. And SketchUp, it just kind of feels like I'm drawing versus getting into a whole lot of technical details. Right here, I'm using um, this 3x2 shopping center asset that I created, and you can find on the workshop. And I really like the size of it, and so I kind of want to um, base my fire station around the size of that asset. And I also like the texture of it as well. Um, I feel like it gave me a pretty good base to get the fire station started. As you can see here, I'm just kind of pushing and pulling, um, getting a general shape. Again, not trying to match the picture exactly. This is a fire station in Memphis that I drive by sometimes for my job, and I'm always just kind of driving by buildings, taking pictures, which I guess isn't the safest thing to do. But I did like this kind of fire station, mainly brick, that really fits in well with urban city area versus some of the fire shops or fire stations that we see on the workshop. Um, and I think I started on this about a day ago, and I was hoping to, get all of this done in one day. But it did take me 2 days, which is one of the fastest that I've done an asset before, just from complete concept to finish, ready to upload. And so I was really proud of what I was able to get done in such a short period of time. I originally wanted this to uh, be kind of a live uh, walkthrough, but in watching some of the video back, it was just too slow in terms of what I was doing. So I decided to come back and do a voiceover and a time lapse of the SketchUp and the Photoshop 3D Max portion of the asset creation. And I really wanted to uh, do something simple because my attention span is really short. And had I gone for something a little more complex, um, there's no telling how long it would have took, or if I just kind of put it on the back burner completely and forget about it. So I wanted to go with something really simple, and the fire station. Looking at the picture, it only had about 4 or 5 major textures that I needed to work on or to focus on. And so I was really pleased with the way things come out. Again, just to kind of talk about the process that I use. I do all of my initial modeling in SketchUp. Once I get everything the way I want it initially, I'll go ahead and do some stand-in textures, just kind of grouping things by color. Um, and once I get everything colored, all the textures separated, then I import it into 3D Max where I do the UV unwrapping. And I like to use 3D Max as less as possible just because I'm not too familiar with it. And the only parts that I've really had a chance to explore um, is the unwrap UVW feature. Um, and so usually, well, not usually, but all the time, I'm using Photoshop. It's my main way of texturing. I'll just go ahead and unwrap the UVWs and then use Photoshop to build my texture map. On this particular asset, I only use the specular map and the normal map. I didn't feel like this particular fire station needed um, an illumination map, and it's just kind of my personal preference. I just don't like to see every city in my every building in my city lit up at night with every light. Um, it makes cities look like New York or Las Vegas to have so many lights at night. And so I try to use the lighting as minimal as possible. Um, I think within the next clip, you'll get to see, how I function in um, 3D Max and Photoshop. In the final clip in this video, I'm uploading or importing the asset into the game and just adding a few props. And so right now I'm going to let the time lapse play, um, and then I'll be back once this asset is complete to show what it looks like in game in the asset editor. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Hopefully by now I figured out how to do a voiceover over a time lapse. If not, then oh well. Uh, but I've already went ahead and loaded up all my imported files, and overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the way things have turned out. Um, I did do a custom LOD, and I'm pretty okay with it. Um, I also did change the roof texture, just because I wasn't satisfied with the way the previous roof texture was. I think it was just too simple for this asset, and even though I really did want to keep this asset pretty simple, I did go ahead and add some details like this fire station sign marquee and these bollards around the fire station, also some minor roof details as well. And I'm not sure if you can see it during the time lapse, but I did do the S layer and the normal map layer, and also added some grime to kind of dirty up the building a little bit. Um, Looking at this, I do see that you can see the seam between these two um, sections of polygons, but that's not it's not going to be something that bothers me. It's supposed to be kind of a rundown firehouse or older firehouse anyway, so I'm not going to worry about uh, these polygons not being lined up right here on the side. And really not sure how to what props I wanted to add at this point, but let's go ahead and search through here. And unfortunately, I don't think the search box mod works on the asset editor. This is fire truck created by Shroom Blaze. Looks like pretty good, but I think I'd rather go with the vanilla prop version if I can find it. Actually, his looks a whole lot better. So let's go ahead and put this right here. And I think I will place another one on the opposite side. And I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go in here, but I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal if it's facing in the wrong direction. And I'm not sure, I haven't tested this, but I'm not sure if these fences are only available to people who have the natural disaster set or DLC, and I'm not sure if using these props within the asset would then require the asset to have DLC to function. So I'm not too sure, but Um, if it does turn out that you need the natural disasters DLC to load the asset, then I'll probably go back and change it or update it at a later point. But I just find these fences, so much better than the fences that have been on the workshop. And especially with this asset, I'm gonna try to stay away from doing a whole lot of detailing with props. Hmm. I'm going to have to change this just so this can match up and leave a little opening there. Um, I'll add the fallen leaves around here. Um, like I said, not a whole lot to do as far as props, and I don't want to go crazy with a whole bunch of props. A lot of people come in on the workshop that they feel like they don't want to an asset that has a whole lot of quote unquote dependencies, which you're not required to have. But not everybody understands that. I'm waiting on my game to save. It looks like I'm headed toward a crash, however. Okay, I survived that time. Let me go ahead and turn autosave off. Okay, so I just spent a good 5 seconds trying to adjust the prop line to. I guess I should probably watch Fresh Popcorn's tutorial on how to use the line tool because I'm not all that great with it. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with these two being lined up. I'm also gonna just add a few props on the roof. Wow, this is massive. The one thing I hate about adding a bunch of props is that I can never remember which ones that I add or the names of them. And so when you're um, listing the props on the workshop page is a very laborious task. I think I'm gonna add one more up here. Or I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess this is all right. It kind of sticks out, but oh well, it's a fire station. And I did want to get some kind of antenna or something. I do think there's a vanilla one. Or, maybe not. Okay, I can pretty satisfied with this one. not sure if I should, add more antennas or not. Let me just take a look. Like this one. I don't really like the way that one looks. Just take a look at this. Doesn't really fit the theme of Firehouse, but whenever I can add my own props to my game or to my assets, I try to. I would like to add a flag, but I think the American flag requires a mod to function, and I don't want to have all those dependencies as I kind of mentioned earlier. So I definitely feel like that's something that can be added by the player in game. I think I can get rid of a couple of these. I don't know. Or perhaps this one. This one I like a little bit better. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied, using these few props that I've used, and I have absolutely no idea. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with the props that I've used so far. Um, let's go ahead and get into some lights. Um, Again, I hadn't really thought about what lights I want to use for this asset. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I definitely prefer the yellow over the white on this particular building. That's too much. And I didn't include an illumination layer on this fire station, just because with the few windows that I have, I just feel like it's unnecessary. And I did think about having an illumination map just to illuminate this sign, but again, I just thought having that for one sign would be unnecessary. I'm not even sure if I'm liking the way that these lights look. So, how does it look if I only go for one side? I don't know. And again, I have absolutely no idea why that keeps moving. What that is. Okay, get out the way. Let's go ahead and try some lights on the sides of the building. And no, I just don't want to spend too much time debating every single placement of every light, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with this. In the back, I think I'm going to go for the yellow lights once again. One up here. Or not. I just... I'm not too certain where any other lights should go. I think I'm really just kind of over it at this point, though. I guess I can just place these right along scene. Kind of makes it look intentional to some degree. I don't know. I think I'm okay with that. I think that's gonna just about do it. I almost missed out on my door marker here again. Again, I think that's going to do it. I'm not sure if I have time to actually load it up in game and take a look at it. But overall, I'm really pleased. This is one of the fastest assets that I've done from start to finish. Usually I get pretty distracted and start working on a million other things. But this one, I was able to remain focused, and again, like I said, it was a real simple asset, not a whole lot going on. And overall, I'm really pleased with the detail that I was able to achieve in such little time, and still being able to keep the asset real simple. So, let me guys know what you think. If you have any suggestions. I'm almost certain that by the time that you guys see this and I get it uploaded, that the building will be on the workshop. Again, but if you have any suggestions or anything, if you notice anything that I could be doing easier or simpler, you can just let me know in the comment section. So hopefully you subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the asset on the Steam Workshop.